Every time you go to a stadium concert, you're part of the show. You sing, you clap. Sometimes you even finish the song. That feels completely normal, but it wasn't always like that. Back in the 1970s, concert worked very differently. The band played, the audience watched. People cheered, they applauded, sometimes they even sang alone. But they were never meant to become the part of performance. Then, Queen asked a single question. What if the audience wasn't just watching the show? What if they become part of it? What if thousands of voices could be just as powerful as the band on stage? That one idea would change live concert forever. And it all started the moment Queen walked off the stage and realized the audience was still singing. Queen didn't set out to reinvent live concert. The idea came from something completely unexpected. One night, after walking off the stage, the band noticed something unusual. The concert was over, but the audience was still singing. Not because Freddie asked them to, not because the light was still on. They simply didn't want the music to end. Brian May later remembered that moment.
We came off stage and looked at each other in amazement, because all that singing from the audience was so extreme. And I said to Freddie, maybe instead of fighting this, we should be encouraging it. Maybe we should be harnessing this kind of energy.
That idea changed everything. Queen stopped thinking about the audience as people watching the show. They wanted the audience to become part of it. Their first real experiment became one of the most recognizable songs ever written. Brian May had an idea, but an idea means nothing until you prove it works. Queen needs a song that thousands of people could perform together, not just listen to, perform. So Brian May sat down and wrote one of the simplest rhythms in music history. 3 sounds, no complicated melody, no difficult lyrics, just a rhythm that an entire stadium could learn. Within seconds, it wasn't just Queen's song anymore, it belonged to everyone. But then, something unexpected happened. This time, it wasn't an anthem, it was Love of My Life, one of Freddie Mercury's most personal songs, a quiet ballad that no one expected to work in a stadium. Yet every night, Freddie stopped away from the microphone and thousands of voices finished the song for him. That's when Queen realized it wasn't the rhythm that brought people together, it was the connection. But the mid-1980s, Queen understood something most bands didn't. A great concert wasn't just about the song, it was about creating moments that everyone couldn't share. That's exactly what happened with Radio Gaga. That song had a simple chorus, but live it became something completely different. Tens of thousands of people moving together, perfectly in sync. For a few minutes, the audience wasn't watching the show, they were helping create it. But Freddie wasn't finished. By now, he had discovered something remarkable. The audience didn't need instruction, they only need a voice to follow. Then came the famous Ayo. One sound, thousands of people answering back. No lyrics, no music, just Freddie Mercury conducting an entire stadium, like an orchestra. By 1985, Queen had spent years learning how to turn a crowd into part of the performance. Then came the ultimate test, Live Aid. A global broadcast, 72,000 people at Wembley, just 21 minutes on stage. There was no time to slowly win their audience over. Everything had to work immediately, and it did. Every idea Queen had developed over the years come together in just 21 unforgettable minutes. More than 40 years later, that idea never disappeared. Today, stadium concerts around the world still follow the same formula. The audience doesn't just watch, they sing, they clap, they answer. They become part of their performance, whether it's Coldplay, Taylor Swift, Green Day, Bruce Springsteen, or Imagine Dragons. The goal is no longer to perform the crowd.
The show is becoming as much an audience thing as a band thing.
Brian May said those words more than 40 years ago, and today they are more true than ever. So next time you find yourself singing at a stadium concert, remember this, you are a part of the show, and that might be Queen's greatest legacy.